Ideas have always been the driving force behind human progress, shaping civilizations, transforming societies, and redefining the way we live. Every great achievement, every groundbreaking discovery, and every revolutionary movement has started as a simple idea in someone's mind. The power of an idea is limitless. It has the ability to inspire, to challenge, to disrupt, and to build. Throughout history, we have witnessed how a single thought, a single vision, has had the potential to change the course of humanity. It is not wealth, status, or resources that create lasting impact, but rather the ability to think beyond what is visible, to imagine possibilities where others see obstacles, and to believe in something greater than what exists. Consider the great scientific advancements that have shaped the modern world: the theory of gravity, the laws of motion, the discovery of electricity. Each of these ideas revolutionized human understanding and paved the way for technological advancements that have improved countless lives. When Isaac Newton saw an apple fall from a tree, he didn't just see a fruit dropping to the ground. He saw a question, a mystery waiting to be solved, an opportunity to explore the fundamental forces of nature. His curiosity led to the formulation of the laws of gravity, which changed not only science, but also engineering, space exploration, and our understanding of the universe. His idea didn't just stay in his mind. It grew, expanded, and evolved into knowledge that continues to shape our world today. Beyond science, ideas have also been at the heart of social change. History is filled with individuals who refused to accept the world as it was and instead envisioned what it could be. When Martin Luther King Jr. spoke of his dream, he was not just sharing words, he was sharing an idea, a vision of equality and justice that resonated with millions. His belief in a future free from racial discrimination sparked movements, inspired generations, and led to the transformation of societies. Ideas like his are powerful because they have the ability to unite people, to challenge injustice, and to create a shared purpose that drives change. The greatest revolutions in history, whether political, social, or cultural, were all fueled by individuals who had the courage to believe in something different, something better. Innovation in technology and business has also been shaped by those who saw beyond what was possible at the time. When Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak worked in their garage to create a personal computer, they weren't just building a machine, they were building an idea. The idea that technology could be personal, accessible, and revolutionary was the foundation of what would later become Apple Inc., a company that reshaped communication, creativity, and the way people interact with the world. Similarly, Elon Musk's vision for space travel and sustainable energy isn't just about engineering, it's about redefining human potential, about pushing boundaries, and about daring to dream on a scale that others might consider impossible. The difference between those who create change and those who remain spectators is often just the willingness to believe in an idea and the determination to see it through. Ideas don't have to be grand or world-changing from the start. They can begin as small thoughts, as quiet moments of inspiration, as questions that refuse to be ignored. The greatest discoveries and achievements often start with a single spark, a moment of curiosity, a glimpse of a possibility. What matters is what happens next. Will the idea be nurtured, explored, and developed, or will it be dismissed and forgotten? The power of an idea lies not just in its existence, but in its ability to grow, to gain momentum, and to turn into action. Every innovation, every transformation, and every progress the world has seen is a result of someone daring to think differently, daring to believe that their idea could make a difference. Throughout history, certain individuals have emerged whose ideas and contributions have shaped the world in ways that continue to impact society today. These individuals were not always born into privilege or power, but they possessed minds that saw beyond the limitations of their time, minds that questioned, explored, and redefined what was possible. Their contributions span across science, politics, philosophy, and innovation, proving that a single mind can indeed change the course of history. One of the most well-known examples is Albert Einstein, whose work in physics redefined humanity's understanding of time, space, and energy. His theory of relativity was not just a scientific breakthrough, but a shift in perspective, altering the way we see the universe itself. At a time when classical physics dominated the scientific world, Einstein's ideas seemed radical, even impossible. Yet his unwavering belief in his theories led to discoveries that paved the way for modern advancements, from GPS technology to nuclear energy. His ability to think beyond the conventional wisdom of his era demonstrates the power of a mind willing to explore the unknown. Similarly, Marie Curie defied societal norms and barriers to make some of the most groundbreaking discoveries in science at a time when women were largely excluded from academic and scientific institutions. She became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and the only person to win in two different scientific fields. Her pioneering research on radioactivity not only led to advancements in medical treatments, such as radiation therapy for cancer patients, but also laid the foundation for the development of nuclear energy. Her relentless pursuit of knowledge, despite the obstacles she faced, is a testament to the power of determination and intellectual curiosity. Her discoveries were not just scientific triumphs, they were milestones in breaking gender barriers, inspiring generations of women to pursue careers in science and research. Beyond science, history has seen minds that transform societies through ideas of justice, freedom, and human rights. Mahatma Gandhi, through his philosophy of nonviolent resistance, challenged the greatest empire of his time and led India to independence. Unlike traditional revolutionaries who relied on war and aggression, Gandhi believed in the power of peaceful protest, civil disobedience, and moral strength. His leadership inspired movements not just in India but across the world, influencing figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela. His ideas transcended borders, proving that change could be achieved not through violence, but through unwavering commitment to justice and truth. His impact continues to be felt in movements advocating for civil rights, democracy, and social justice, showing that the strength of an idea can outlast even the most powerful regimes. In the realm of innovation and technology, Thomas Edison transformed the modern world with his relentless experimentation and creativity. While he is often credited with inventing the light bulb, his true genius lay in his ability to take an idea and turn it into reality. His establishment of the first research and development laboratory changed the way scientific progress was made, introducing a system where invention became a structured and continuous process. His contributions to electricity, sound recording, and motion pictures revolutionized industries, proving that persistence and vision are key elements in changing the world. Unlike those who accepted failure as an endpoint, Edison saw each failed experiment as a step closer to success, embodying the mindset that innovation requires resilience and an openness to learning. Another extraordinary mind that changed the world was Leonardo da Vinci, whose brilliance spanned multiple disciplines, from art and anatomy to engineering and aerodynamics. Living in the Renaissance era, he combined creativity with scientific observation, sketching designs for flying machines, studying human anatomy in meticulous detail, and painting masterpieces like the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. His ability to merge art and science exemplifies the power of indisciplinary thinking, proving that true genius is not confined to one field, but thrives in the intersection of multiple disciplines. His notebooks, filled with ideas centuries ahead of his time, demonstrate how curiosity and imagination can lead to discoveries that shape the future. Every individual carries within them the potential to create, to innovate, and to bring about change in ways that may seem unimaginable at first. The greatest minds in history were not always born with privilege or extraordinary circumstances. Rather, they harnessed their abilities, worked relentlessly, and believed in their vision, even when others doubted them. The idea that only a select few are destined for greatness is a misconception, because every person has a unique perspective, a unique strength, and a unique ability to contribute something valuable to the world. The challenge is not whether one possesses potential, but whether they recognize it and take the steps needed to develop it. Many of the world's most influential figures started from humble beginnings, proving that success is not determined by where one starts, but by how willing they are to push forward despite difficulties. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most successful media personalities in the world, was born into poverty, faced discrimination, and endured significant hardships in her early life. Yet she used her experiences to fuel her passion for storytelling, empathy, and connection. She did not allow her circumstances to define her future, but instead used them as motivation to create a platform that has inspired millions. Her journey proves that it is not background or wealth that determines a person's ability to make a difference, but the belief in oneself and the willingness to work toward a greater purpose. The world of technology and innovation also holds countless examples of individuals who recognize their potential and transform their dreams into reality. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was adopted at birth, dropped out of college, and faced multiple failures before achieving success. His journey was not straightforward, but his unwavering belief in his vision allowed him to revolutionize the technology industry. He saw potential where others saw limitations, proving that intelligence alone does not change the world. Persistence, creativity, and self-confidence do. His story is a reminder that setbacks are not roadblocks, but stepping stones towards something greater. Potential is not confined to those who invent, build, or create on a massive scale. It exists in the quiet acts of kindness, the small steps of courage, and the willingness to keep learning and growing. A teacher who inspires a struggling student, a doctor who finds new ways to save lives, an artist who moves people with their work. All of these individuals are changing the world in their own way. Greatness is not always about fame or recognition, but about the impact one makes, no matter how big or small. One of the biggest obstacles to unlocking potential is self-doubt. Many people hesitate to pursue their ideas or dreams because they fear failure or rejection. However, history has shown that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of the journey toward it. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, faced numerous rejections before her book was finally published. If she had given up after her first rejection, the world would never have known one of the most beloved stories of all time. Her success did not come from instant recognition, but from resilience, belief in her work, and the refusal to let obstacles define her future. It is easy to admire the achievements of others and believe that they possessed something extraordinary that made them different. The truth is, what separates those who achieve greatness from those who do not is not talent alone, but the decision to pursue their potential. The ability to change the world does not belong to a few chosen individuals. It exists within everyone who dares to believe in themselves, who embraces their curiosity, and who takes action despite fear or doubt. The human mind is capable of incredible things, and the moment a person realizes that their ideas, their voice, and their efforts matter, they begin to tap into a power that has no limits. Bold thinking has always been the catalyst for progress, the force that propels humanity beyond its limitations and into new realms of possibility. It is the ability to see beyond the present, to challenge what is accepted, and to dare to pursue what others believe to be impossible. The world as it is today exists because of those who refuse to settle for what was, those who ask questions no one else was asking, and those who had the courage to pursue ideas that others dismissed as unrealistic. Bold thinking is not just about intelligence or skill. It is about the mindset that refuses to accept limitations, that embraces risks, and that sees failure not as defeat, but as a necessary step toward success. Throughout history, individuals who dared to think differently have been met with skepticism, opposition, and even ridicule. Yet they pressed forward because they understood that great change does not come from playing it safe. When the Wright brothers imagined a world where humans could fly, they were not taken seriously. The idea of a man-made flying machine seemed absurd at the time, yet they continued to experiment, fail, learn, and refine their ideas until they succeeded. Their bold thinking not only led to the invention of the aeroplane, but also laid the foundation for modern aviation, space exploration, and global connectivity. Had they accepted the prevailing belief that human flight was impossible, the world today would be vastly different. The same bold thinking that drives technological advancements also fuels social change. Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus, was not just making a personal decision. She was challenging an entire system of injustice. Her act of defiance, though seemingly small, sparked a movement that led to the civil rights movement in the United States. Bold thinkers are not always the ones who make the loudest noise. Sometimes they are the ones who make a single choice that disrupts the status quo and forces the world to re-examine its beliefs. It takes immense courage to stand against deeply ingrained societal norms, but history has shown that the most significant progress is made when individuals dare to do just that. In the world of science and medicine, bold thinking has led to breakthroughs that have saved countless lives. When Dr. Jonas Salk developed the polio vaccine, he was working against a disease that had caused widespread fear and suffering. Instead of following traditional methods, he pursued an innovative approach that many experts doubted at the time. His willingness to think differently, to take risks, and to challenge established medical practices resulted in one of the most important medical advancements of the 20th century. The same can be said for countless scientists, researchers, and innovators who have pushed the boundaries of what was once thought possible. Without bold thinking, the world would still be in the dark ages of medicine, technology, and human progress. Bold thinking is not just for the visionaries of history. It is a mindset that anyone can adopt. It means questioning assumptions, seeking new solutions, and not being afraid to take risks. It means refusing to be confined by fear or by the opinions of others. Every great idea, invention, or movement begins with someone who is willing to challenge conventional wisdom and step into the unknown. In a world that is constantly evolving, the need for bold thinkers has never been greater. Whether in business, science, activism, or everyday life, those who dare to think beyond the ordinary are the ones who create the future. The greatest achievements are not made by those who wait for permission, but by those who believe in their vision and pursue it relentlessly. Bold thinking is not reserved for a select few. It is a choice, a mindset, and a way of approaching the world with curiosity, courage, and the determination to make a difference. Resilience and belief are the driving forces behind every great achievement, the invisible strength that pushes individuals forward when faced with failure, doubt, and adversity. Throughout history, the people who have changed the world were not always the most talented or the most privileged, but they were the ones who refused to give up. Resilience is the ability to rise after falling, to see obstacles not as barriers but as stepping stones, and to persist even when the path seems uncertain. Belief is the unwavering faith in one's vision, the confidence that despite setbacks, success is possible. When these two qualities come together, they create an unstoppable force, capable of overcoming even the greatest challenges. One of the most powerful examples of resilience and belief is Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. It is said that he failed over 1,000 times before successfully creating a working model. Yet he never saw those failures as defeats. Instead, he famously remarked that he had not failed, but had simply found 1,000 ways that did not work. His belief in his vision and his relentless perseverance led to an invention that revolutionized the way people live, work, and communicate. Had he given up after his early failures, the world might have been deprived of one of the greatest technological advancements of all time. His story serves as a reminder that failure is not the end of the road, but a necessary part of the journey to success. Resilience and belief are equally crucial in the world of sports, where athletes push their bodies and minds to the limit in pursuit of greatness. Michael Jordan, often regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, was once cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of allowing this setback to define him, he used it as motivation to train harder, to push beyond his limits, and to prove to himself and the world that he had what it took to succeed. His relentless work ethic and belief in his abilities led him to multiple championships, inspiring millions to embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. His story proves that success is not reserved for those who never fall, but for those who rise every time they do. In the world of literature, J.K. Rowling's journey to success is a testament to the power of resilience and belief. Before Harry Potter became one of the best-selling book series of all time, she faced numerous rejections from publishers, financial struggles, and personal hardships. At one point, she was a single mother living in poverty. Yet, she never lost faith in her story. She continued to write, refine, and submit her work until she finally found a publisher willing to take a chance on her book. Her belief in her story, even when the world seemed uninterested, led to a literary empire that has inspired generations of readers. Her journey highlights the importance of perseverance, proving that even in the face of repeated failure, success is possible for those who refuse to give up. Resilience and belief are not just for inventors, athletes, or authors. They are essential qualities in everyday life. Every person faces struggles, whether in careers, relationships, or personal growth, and it is easy to lose confidence when things do not go as planned. But those who achieve great things are not necessarily those who never face setbacks, but those who continue moving forward despite them. It takes courage to believe in oneself when the odds seem stacked against success. Yet history has shown that those who hold on to their vision with determination are the ones who make an impact. Resilience is the ability to keep going, to learn from failure, and to use challenges as fuel for growth, while belief is the unwavering faith that what seems impossible today can become reality tomorrow. Together, they create the foundation for greatness, proving that success is not defined by how many times a person falls, but by how many times they rise. The power to change the world does not rest in the hands of a few. It exists within each person who is willing to take action, to believe in their potential, and to push forward despite challenges. Every great movement, every breakthrough, every transformation began with an individual who decided that the status quo was not enough. Waiting for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or someone else to take the lead only delays progress. The greatest changes happen when people choose to step forward, take risks, and commit themselves to making a difference. The responsibility to shape the future belongs to everyone who dares to believe that their actions, no matter how small, can contribute to something greater. It is easy to admire the achievements of those who have changed history and to believe that they were somehow different, that they possessed qualities that set them apart from the rest. The truth is that they were ordinary people who made extraordinary choices. They were individuals who faced failure, rejection, and obstacles, yet they refused to let those challenges define them. They took action even when the outcome was uncertain, even when the world doubted them. Their stories are not meant to be distant inspirations, but reminders that every person has the ability to create change. The question is not whether one has the potential, but whether one is willing to use it. Taking action does not always mean making grand gestures. It begins with small steps, consistent effort, and the courage to begin. A single act of kindness, a single conversation, a single idea can set off a chain reaction that leads to something far greater than imagined. Social movements have been born from a single voice speaking against injustice. Scientific discoveries have emerged from a single question that refused to be ignored. Businesses have been built from a single dream pursued with persistence. The world is not changed by those who wait for opportunities, but by those who create them. Fear often holds people back from taking action. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of stepping outside of comfort zones. Yet history has shown that those who achieve the most are not those who never feel fear, but those who act despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward in spite of it. Every great achievement, every moment of progress has been made by individuals who refuse to let fear dictate their choices. The moment one decides to act, to take a risk, to believe in something greater than fear, is the moment real change begins. The future is not predetermined. It is shaped by the choices people make today. The inventions of tomorrow, the social changes of the next generation, the solutions to the challenges the world faces, all of these depend on the individuals who are willing to step up, to think boldly, and to take action. Waiting for someone else to create change is a guarantee that nothing will happen. Progress is driven by those who see a need, who recognize a possibility, and who commit themselves to making it a reality. Whether in science, business, activism, or personal growth, the greatest impact comes from those who refuse to settle for what is and instead strive for what could be. Every person has a choice: to remain a spectator or to become a participant in shaping the world. The potential for change exists within those who dare to take action, who embrace challenges, and who push beyond fear and doubt. The minds that have changed the world were not those who waited for permission or certainty, but those who acted despite uncertainty. The call to action is clear. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not let fear stand in the way. The world is shaped by those who take action, and the time to begin is now.